Ready, guys? You have your horizon? Okay. So let's put our vanishing points on the edge of the paper so that they're far, far, far. Let me just extend this line a little bit more. We're gonna start out with a table, and we're gonna do something similar as we did in one point, the IKEA rug that I call it. Is it recording? Yeah. Okay. So let's draw one vanishing line from the vanishing point on the left, like that, and another one that intersects the previous line at about 2 inches from the horizon, like 1, 2. That's where it intersects. I mean, you can swivel your ruler. This would be 1 inch. So swivel your ruler until it intersects at about 2 inches. And it's okay if this is not center, it doesn't have to be. And then we're gonna do another line somewhere here at about 1.5 inches approximately, where it intersects, like that. And then another one using the vanishing point on the right, somewhere here. Actually, let's see. I don't want to have these two lined up. If it's lined up in yours, that's fine. Gonna have more of a rectangular shape. I just don't want them to line up so that you can perfectly see the legs and everything. So just for these notes, so that it's more of a rectangular shape. So it's gonna end up a little bit weird as a chair, because usually the seat part of the chair is usually more of a square shape. But it's okay. We can make a chair with a crazy weird design. Or we can do it from side to side, more like a throne, like wider. Yeah, we can do that.
Or we could call it a bench.
Yeah, good point. We can call it a bench. Thinking outside of the box, I like that.
They were supposed to think inside the box.
Not necessarily. Don't tell me that, no. Okay. So now, let me zoom in. We're gonna do the X, not to find the center, but more to place a concentric shape. And we will find our 4 squares. So now I want you to decide on the width of this little square that we're gonna put right here. So this is your decision from here to here. Maybe 1 centimeter. But this little mark, you decide.
On the top part, not below.
Right here.
So we're just picking a random distance.
Yes, don't make it too wide. It has to be fairly close to the corner.
Because that's the leg, right?
Yes, this is where the leg will come out.
But don't make it too skinny because it'll look weird as well. Make it just.
I mean, it could be a metal frame table.
Could be.
It could be skinny, but as long as for your notes, you're able to see all the lines. Okay? So always think in terms of having good notes. Later, you can design things however you want. So from this mark that you decided, we're gonna draw a line towards the vanishing point on the left. Okay, so this one came all the way from there. And now we have an intersection right here, as well as an intersection right here. We're always looking for intersections. And right at those intersections, we want to draw a line towards the vanishing point on the right. Okay, so this one. And the same right here. And I'm sure you're already figuring out what the next step is. You can tell me what the next step is. Find the intersections. And if you connect those two intersections with a particular vanishing point, then you have the next line. Which vanishing point should you use? Left. Okay, so now you have your 4 squares. That's your beautiful IKEA design. I'm just kidding. That's just how I call it. So each of those 4 legs will come out of those 4 squares. Okay? Now let's forget about the IKEA rug for a little bit. And again, just like I told you in one point, if you think as the basic box, a basic box can be a table. All of the 4 edges of the box, the 4 vertical edges of the box can be the legs. Okay? Did you have a question?
Yeah, so I noticed, because I watched your video from last class, and you went up from the rug. Is it possible to go down from it as well? What do you think?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Perfectly. Yeah, you can go down.
We're probably going to go over the horizon line table, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But definitely you can go down. Just remember to have these guidelines on the floor. The reason why I go up is just to ensure that you guys draw the legs all touching the ground. Okay, because if I let you go down, some of you might forget and you might just guess, oh, I think this leg looks good here. Okay, so always make sure that you have the guidelines connecting all 4 legs. Okay, that's the only reason why, but yeah, definitely you can go down. Okay, so I'm forgetting about the rug for right now. I'm just gonna make the basic box as we all know it. We usually start with the edge closer to the viewer, which would be from this corner, but you can start from any edge. And don't go above the horizon, okay? Just keep it below, and don't get too close, just like about an inch or 3/4 of an inch from the horizon. So just like we did when we learned 2-point perspective, the bottom connects to the vanishing points as well as the top of this line. We're gonna do the same. We already have this side decided. Okay, from this corner, we're gonna draw a line. And we're gonna stop when we intersect with the line that we already have. Same story on the other side. We stop right here.
Hold on, you're going too fast.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Can you do it again, please?
Sure. So from this corner, we went up, and you decide how tall you want this line to be, okay? Just try not to get too close to the horizon, and don't go above the horizon for this exercise. For later, you can get closer or above or whatever. You can do whatever you want, okay? Once you have this line, from here you connect to the vanishing point on the left, and you do the same to the right. Now we need to draw the sides of the box. From this corner, we go up and we stop at this line. And the same on this side. From this corner, you go up and you stop at this line. Okay? So this is what I was telling you guys. Some parts of your drawing you will decide, but based on the decisions that you make, future lines will be determined. This is a perfect example. You decide on the height of this line, and as you do that, you're already deciding the height of these other two lines through the use of this line and the vanishing points, of course. So these are the sides of the box that are closer to the viewer. We need to do the top and the other sides. So we use the vanishing points accordingly, from this corner to the left, from this corner to the right. And right at this corner, you want to draw a vertical line. I'm gonna make it dotted because I already know it will not be visible. It's on the other side. And it should match where this line and this line intersected approximately. Maybe slightly off. But if it's too much, like way here, then yeah, something went wrong and you have to go back and check. But it should be approximate. I think I see where this line should have been a little bit higher. That's why it wasn't matching the intersection. Questions so far?
So everyone's box will look different. It's not gonna look exactly.
Oh yeah, they're gonna be slightly different. Yeah, that's fine because I'm not giving you exact measurements. As long as it's not completely different, it should be fine. So right now what you should have is a box, and you should see the top of the box. A very skinny top of the box. It's very foreshortened because you're getting closer to the horizon. Okay? Any other question? Okay. Again, if this was like a wire table made with skinny legs, this would be the skinny legs. You would have to make this one solid, and this would be the top. Okay, and you would be done. But let's give those legs some thickness. And now we get to use the 4 corners. So right here, there's an intersection. I'm gonna draw a vertical line, make sure it's perpendicular, parallel. right here, another one. Right here, there would be another one, but we would not see it because it's on the other side. You can make it dotted. So you do the same on all four. And you stop at these diagonals. Sometimes you're gonna have lines that overlap. This is the case right here in mine. It may not happen in yours. It's almost overlapping. This line becomes the same. Almost. It's right next to it. And this leg will cover it. So like that. So those would be the legs on my table. You would shade accordingly. So again, all four legs should share the same guidelines, okay, to make sure that they are touching the floor, okay, and that they come out of the corner of the top of the table. No guessing. No, like, oh, I want to put it right here. Unless that's the design, of course, and unless it's intentional. Okay? But we need to be aware of that. Questions so far? Okay. So now to give it the thickness of the table, you just make a line that in real life would be parallel to this one. It came out of the left, therefore I'm gonna keep using the vanishing point on the left. You decide, you swivel your ruler, and you decide how thick you want the top of your table to be. Once you decide on one side, there's an intersection right here, so the other side is already decided. Like that. And erase so that you can clearly see the top of the table.